Monday Night Football. South of the border. Two AFC divisional teams. Heavy presence. Who came out on top? And how crazy was the game yet last night? All of that coming up next. Stay tuned. Good morning, YouTube. Good Tuesday morning, YouTube. Welcome to another edition of Home to Work Vibes. I am your hostess with the mostest, Shelton Ponder II. As always, if you are new or returning, do like, comment, share, subscribe to this video. Also, when you do subscribe, hit the little notification bell. That way you know of what new videos come up when I post them. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, do follow me at TonyGumble21. Monday Night Football last night featured the Chiefs, and the Chargers. No, this was not held at Arrowhead Stadium. No, this was not held at StubHub Stadium where the Chargers play. This was held south of the border at Mexico Stadium. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I'm not even going to try that. But what a game it was. You have two AFC rivals who have been rivals ever since the beginning. And I believe 1960 when the AFL, the American Football League, first began. But nonetheless, you had the Chiefs and the Chargers. Patrick Mahomes' third season as a quarterback. Phillip Rivers' 17th season as a quarterback. Saw a lot of interesting plays. Final score of this game was 24-17. Patrick Mahomes, or as they call him, Showtime Mahomes, went 19 of 32, 182 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. This is only his second interception that he's thrown this season. I'm not going to sit here and say that an interception is good. An interception is not good for an offense, but it is good for a defense. On the other side of the football, Phillip Rivers had a tremendous game. The only thing about it was he went 18 of 52, 353 yards, 1 touchdown, threw 4 interceptions in the game. 4. Now, as a future Hall of Famer, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good to throw 4 interceptions in a game. The main thing is not to throw any interceptions in the game, but that obviously isn't the case. That's not the case. There's no game where you're not going to throw an interception. Unfortunately, there's not. There are going to be some games where you are going to throw an interception. Now, the greats are throwing an interception. Steve Smith, Jim McMahon, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, and the list goes on and on and on. No quarterback in his career is going to throw for no interceptions. That's just unheard of. Now, there will be games where there aren't interceptions thrown, but during a career, you're going to throw an interception. You are going to throw an interception. But let's talk about the Chiefs for a minute. The Chiefs are 7-4. Their fourth loss came last week against the Titans. Now they have an off week this week. What do they really need to work on? Well, they need to work on their defense. Their defense before yesterday was stellar. Was really, really stellar. I'm very proud of the defense. Defense needs to pick it up a little bit, though. The defense needs to pick it up a little bit. I take that back. The defense needs to pick it up. Not a little bit. The defense just needs to pick it up. Because you're not going to be, when you go to the playoffs and your defense is lackadaisical, you're not going to win any game if your defense is lax. Especially nowadays in this league. If you don't beat anybody, like last week, they had a perfect opportunity to win the game. But that's the thing. As I said in previous videos, if they are on defense, offense is good. Offense is good. But it's just the defense that needs to just keep hounding the offense of the opposing team. That's what the Chiefs need to do on defense. Steve Spagnuolo doing a good job, but in all honesty, they need to stop having defensive pass interference penalties called against them. Because had they not had that, then they would have been able to stifle the Chargers offense. Gave up way too many points towards the end of the game. But that's because of defensive pass interference. Let me tell you something. You are not going, as I just mentioned, you are not going to get anywhere if your defense isn't stacked. Another thing about it is quit causing so many penalties. Stop causing so many penalties. Start thinking in your mind, okay, what's going to happen if I don't cause a penalty? What happens if I don't put my arm around someone's arm and have the ref see that? What if I don't hold on to someone's jersey for, what if I hold on to someone's jersey for just a split second, like boom? And another thing about the defense is they have to be as speedy as the wide receivers and the tight ends, because wide receivers and tight ends in the NFL, they're really starting to get that speed boost. They also have to find players on defense with speed. That's what they really need to focus on. Speed. Be a touch faster. You don't need to be a step slow, because every time you're a step slow, that just gives the offense ammunition to keep firing at it to you. That's what it is. Defense wins championships. I can see the Chiefs winning, but not with the defense that they have, though. The defense that they have is good, but they just need to be a step faster. And I know it's difficult because you have a quarterback passing to a speedy wide receiver, a speedy running back, a speedy tight end, all of that. I get it. I get it. But at the same time, though, your speed has to match their speed to throw their balance off. Now, on the Chargers end, their defense is pretty all right. Their offense, though, Phillip Rivers needs to stop throwing so many interceptions. It was good for us. It was good for us. We intercepted the ball. The Chiefs intercepted the ball 4 times. Forced fumbles as well. Strip, sack, fumble. But as I see it, I don't know. I just think the Chargers have lost their bite. Plus, I also think that Phillip Rivers isn't as crisp as he used to be. I think that Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer, but he's not as crisp. And that's what happens when you get older and you've been a veteran for a long time in the NFL. Your passes aren't as crisp, you're not as quick as you once were, so on and so forth. That's fine. It's fine. But if you're wanting to get to the playoffs and eventually the Super Bowl, then you have to be Tom Brady like. Now, I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying that in order to get to a Super Bowl, your passes have to be crisp. They do. They do. It's like, let's take Michael Jordan, for instance. Michael Jordan was crisp through his stint in the league. Sorry about that. when he was on the Bulls and the Wizards. He was crisp. He kept working out. He kept getting into shape. And he wasn't hurt a lot. He was not hurt a lot. Now, I'm not saying that Phillip Rivers ever got hurt. Phillip Rivers kind of got hurt. I don't know when, but Phillip Rivers... He needs to time his throws a little bit better. You have 4 position players. You have 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers on both sides of the football, on your left side and your right side. If you find that one of your players is stifled or covered, throw it to someone who is wide open. Or throw it to someone who has an advantage. That last possession that he had before he threw the interception to Daniel Sorensen, that was 56 yards, and his wide receiver caught it. Caught it and tucked it. But that's the thing, though. The Chargers have to get better if they are wanting to go to the playoffs, which it doesn't look like they're going to this season. Because they're 4-7. The Chiefs are 7-4. That's good, but Chiefs still need to have a losing record. Now the Chiefs go into the bye week, which is this week, which starts Thursday. And if they're going to push for the playoffs, then they really need, when I say they really need to clean up their form on both offense and defense. Their defense, they need to really work on it. I would take every single day from Thursday until, well, let's see, next week is Thanksgiving. All next week. From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, take off Wednesday, Thursday, be back Friday, be back Saturday. That's how I think they should do it. That's honestly how I think they should do it. Because the Chiefs, they're good. The Chiefs are good. They really are. The Chiefs are spectacular. It's the offense and the defense that needs to get better. It's the offense and defense that needs to get better. When the offense and defense gets better, oh, it shows. It really, really shows. It really shows. And believe me, I love the Chiefs. Chiefs have been my team ever since I was born. And that's that. But the Chiefs, as I said, the Chiefs really, really, really need to work on their defense. Their defense last night, the front seven looked amazing. The secondary needs to work on their form, needs to clean up their form a little bit. Once they do that, hey, they'll be fine as wine. That's all I have to say about it. Congratulations to the Chiefs on winning their 7th game of the season. Need to pick it up, though. Alright, YouTube, I'm going to get off of here. Need to get ready. Need to get my mind right for work. As always, if you are new or returning, do like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video. Once you subscribe, hit the little notification bell. That way you know exactly when the video comes out. Also, if you're on Twitter or Instagram, follow me on both social media sites at TonyGumbo21. As always, live your life the way that you want to live it, not the way that someone else wants you to. I'm Sean Pond, and I'm signing off. Have a great day.